Hi, my name is Joseph Parker, WBO champion of the world, and you're watching Sporting Icons.
David Higgins, who is the CEO, if you like, for Duco Events and promoter for Joseph Parker, the WBO World Heavyweight Champion. I'm a huge fan of Joseph Parker, of course, as you all know. Now, Higgins has said that the reason that they're going after Anthony Joshua and not Deontay Wilder next is because Anthony Joshua is the softer of the two. And he believes that once Anthony Joshua gets into a unification fight, he will fold under the pressure like England do in the World Cup. Okay, well, before we get into that, how has New Zealand and Australia done in the World Cups? This is soccer, of course, football. Okay, right, so we'll leave that one right there, shall we? Now, okay, Higgins is coming off as the bad guy. He's doing it for a reason. For me, it's an obvious one. He wants the payday. He knows his contract is running to an end with Joseph Parker, and he wants Joseph Parker to make that money before their contract runs out, because it's unlikely Joseph Parker will continue his relationship with Higgins, as Higgins doesn't come across as good for boxing. That's just my opinion and a lot of other people's opinions. Now, he's going after Joshua purely for the money, and the reason that he's avoiding Wilder is because Wilder can't afford it. And that's what he says, that we want Joshua next because he's easier than what Wilder is. That's a very, very stupid thing to say. And that's the kind of thing where Joshua will turn around and go, okay, you want to disrespect me? Go take a jump. But it's obvious. Wilder and Parker are not fighting next because they want the AJ payday. They're quite happy to sell their belt. It's ultimately what it is. I'm talking about from the management team. I'm not talking about Parker himself. Parker will go into the fight believing he can beat both. And he's got a very good chance of it. He is very, very tough, very underrated guy. And like I said, I really like Joseph Parker. Deontay Wilder is as weak as a bag of crisps. He's got a very good punch, very fast on his feet. And that's pretty much where it stops. Parker beats Wilder without any much issue. But he's not going to fight Wilder because Wilder can't offer the money. Parker can't offer the money. So they're both going after the cash cow. That's all it is. And it's very, very obvious. And David Higgins, it seems every time he comes out with a statement, he wants to be controversial. He's coming across as a complete prat, would be the ultimate way of doing it. And I'm sure Parker's looking at him thinking, what are you doing? You know, just shut up. Let me do the talking if necessary. But I mean, he wants to do business with Eddie Hearn, yet he's chastised Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, he's chastised Dillian White, Tony Bellew, saying that Bellew and Parker shouldn't even be in the same ring together. I do agree with this one, actually. But I think that Team Parker and Team Wilder are scared of each other. I don't believe the fighters are scared of each other. I'm talking about teams here. And they just want to cash out against Anthony Joshua. Otherwise, they would make the fight against each other. Okay, they both wouldn't be getting paid life-changing money, I suppose. Well, maybe they would. It's unification. The world will be watching. They get a lot of money, right? This isn't no YouTube jobby. This will be a big fight. Whether it be on Showtime or whatever the hell it's going to be on. They will get some very, very decent revenue out of it and make more money than they've ever made against anybody in their whole entire career. But yet, the winner will get the big cash prize. They have 2 belts. They can legitimately go to Joshua and say 50-50. But at the minute, either of them will get no more than 30%. Obviously, I don't know. I'm not a businessman. But that's pretty much my understanding of what everybody goes on about. So anyway, drop yourself a comment below for David Higgins' statements that Anthony Joshua will fold under the pressure of a unification fight. Even though Anthony Joshua has already been in unification, Parker and Wilder talk about unification, but Joshua is the only one who's actually done it. Fact. So, again, England football team, I can't argue too much. The England football team is gash, unfortunately. But what do you expect with a manager like Gareth Southgate? But anyway, that's the comments right there. Drop yourself yours. Click that thumbs up and subscribe.